In 1994, the ACCS was founded by a handful of schools that offered a different kind of education, classical Christian education. Since then, member schools from the ACCS have graduated thousands of alumni from over 300 schools. In the late 2000s, Cardus, an independent educational foundation, first fielded a survey among alumni of all types of schools between the ages of 23 and 42. The Sociology department at the University of Notre Dame conducted the survey. This survey tracked the practices, beliefs, attitudes, and other outcomes of alumni from 5 types of schools: public, secular preparatory schools, Catholic, evangelical Protestant, and religious homeschools. Notre Dame statistically isolated the results of the survey to those caused by the school as opposed to those caused by the family or the church. By 2019, the ACCS had enough graduates from which to draw a statistically valid sample and field the same survey through Notre Dame when Cardus fielded it again in the same year. The results show significant differences for alumni of ACCS schools.
What classical education to me offers is not simply looking at college. They're looking at who the student is and who they become as an individual. It's a very candid, open conversation about what is good, honorable, and true and beautiful.
The impact of classical education on my children has been most evident when I talk to them as opposed to their peers in the way they ask questions and the way they receive truth.
I would offer that the most obvious distinction between the styles of education, if you take the most common one today, which is progressive, and then classical. Progressive tends to take the newest fad and try to engage the student into entertaining them and having them enjoy the education. Whereas classical is not so much about the newest fad, but it's about developing the ability to think well, reason well, and speak well.
One of the things that drew us to the classical education was the idea that it was a better education, that our children would return to the roots, so to speak, of how we should be educated and what we should learn.